That's the whole story everyone knows. A woman turned to salt for disobeying God. A warning, a cautionary tale. But nobody asks the real question. What was back there worth dying for? To understand that, you have to understand how the fire started. And to understand the fire, you have to understand the man who tried to stop it.
His name was Abraham. He lived in a tent. He had no city, no walls, no army. But he had something Sodom didn't: the ear of God. Genesis 18. 3 travelers arrive at his camp. They eat, they rest. Then one of them speaks with the weight of thunder. The outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is great. Their sin is grave. I will go down to see if it is as bad as the outcry. God says he will investigate. The creator of everything, checking his own facts. Not because he doesn't know, because he wants Abraham to see the process, to understand what comes next. And Abraham steps forward. He bargains. 50 righteous? 45? 40? 30? 20? 10? God agrees to every number. He will spare 2 cities of pure evil for 10 people who are not. Abraham stops at 10. Maybe he's ashamed to go lower. Maybe he trusts his nephew Lot, who lives in Sodom, has raised at least 10 decent souls. He is wrong.
Sodom was not a slum. Genesis calls the Jordan plain well-watered, lush, like the garden of the Lord itself. Wealthy, powerful. The kind of place where a young man named Lot, Abraham's nephew, looked down and saw his future. He pitched his tent towards Sodom, then inside it. Then he bought property. Then he sat in the city gates as a judge, each step closer, each step deeper. But nobody warned him, because Sodom did not look evil. It looked like success. The angels arrive at Lot's house at night. Then the entire male population surrounds the building, every man, young and old. Not a riot, a system. This was normal. This was Tuesday. Lot steps outside. He offers his virgin daughters to the crowd to protect his guests. This is the best man Sodom has, the one God counts as righteous. And his solution to violence is more violence, just aimed at the smaller target. The angels pull him inside, blind the crowd. Then they speak the words that should have come years earlier. Leave now. Take your family. And Lot hesitates. The text says he lingered. His feet would not move. The angels seize him by the hand and drag him out of the city, because part of him is still inside, still belonging to it.
They run. Behind them, the sky opens. Not rain, fire and sulfur. The cities collapse. The plain burns. Every house, every street, every person they passed on their way out. Gone. And Lot's wife looks back. Not a glance. The Hebrew word implies longing. She does not turn to see the destruction. She turns because she wants to go home. Her heart never left. Her body tried to escape, but her soul was still inside Sodom, still sitting at the table, still planning tomorrow. And God lets the fire have what is already dead. She becomes a pillar of salt. Not a statue, not a monument, something grey and weathered and forgotten, standing on the edge of a crater. Abraham sees the smoke from a distant ridge. He does not celebrate. He does not pray. He watches. And he never bargains with God like that again.
So what killed Sodom? Ezekiel 16 gives the diagnosis. This was the guilt of Sodom: pride, excess of food, prosperous ease. But she did not aid the poor and needy. They were haughty and did abomination. Pride first, full stomachs second, abomination last. The fire did not fall because of one specific act. It fell because an entire civilization had become so self-worshipping, so comfortable in excess, so blind to the hands reaching up outside their walls, that they lost the image of God entirely. And when you lose that, anything becomes possible, including a father offering his daughters to a mob and calling it hospitality.
Lot survived. His daughters survived. But they were not saved. They were extracted, pulled out by force while their minds were still inside, still belonging to the ash. The pillar of salt still stands in the story, not as a warning about disobedience, as a gravestone for a woman who tried to run from a burning city while her heart stayed behind, for a civilization that ate well, slept soundly, and woke to fire. They did not know it was Sodom, not until morning.